Just a little bit on performance. I'll leave the slides for the distribution for those of you that want it. But just talking about the camera, thinking about in this structure, camera to the edge performance, edge to core performance, and core to WAN performance. So what the cloud structure system does is it starts to separate the performance requirement. It's a really key point. So at the edge, where you're in a switch network, you need to have the highest level performance, and that's great because you usually don't have any contention in that. You're probably not sharing the connection from the edge camera to the ingress switch. And so we're looking at the highest performance there at 1.5 meg to 10 meg performance up to 1080p. So that's a reasonable capability in most Ethernet switches. Coming out of that switch, you'll have to do a little math and make sure that your upstream switch performance can support your network. And this is where Rick talked earlier about starting to think about whether the CVRs are on the edge or whether the CVRs are centralized. If you have good bandwidth and good bandwidth protection, you may want to take advantage of your network and centralize those CVRs to further help in management. But if you don't, you can put those CVRs at the edge. There's not a lot of maintenance. There's not a lot of power requirement. There's not a lot of cooling requirement, so you can get those things out to the edge. The real rub here comes in just understanding whether or not you have VLAN performance metrics that you can accomplish with the cameras that are coming in. These will be really related around protocol prioritization for video streaming and guaranteed delivery and bandwidth. They're fairly easy to set up around the different VLAN components. The area where you need to be a little bit careful is the on and off campus pieces where you have different network bandwidth that you're trying to carry VLANs. You're trying to span VLANs. And in that case, you may want to just split that and come up with different VLANs for different regions. So kind of breaking the VLAN virtual model into a physical model. And that should help kind of resolve this. If you centralize your pieces, as I said, you get that centralized help of being able to centralize the environment. If you put it at the edge, then you get the reduction in bandwidth.